In this video, we're going to look at how we can sort information within a table, and also how we can perform calculations within a table without us having to use a calculator or do the maths ourselves. We'll look at how we can use formula to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how we sort the information. The order that we key something in is not necessarily the order that we want to show information in. So we are going to sort the information that we have. Here in our table, we are going to sort our data by region, and within region, we would like to sort it alphabetically by salesperson. So what we want to do is we want to gather those who are in the north region together and have them alphabetical within that, and those who are in the southern region together and have them alphabetical within that sort of subgrouping. So click anywhere within our table, doesn't matter where we are within our table. If we click anywhere, and we're going to open up our layout ribbon as we have here, and we're going to choose the sort option. So along here at the right hand side, we've got a sort option. If I click on that, we open up a menu. Now, we have got header rows highlighted as active here as we have that. We've got the titles, salesperson, region, dolls, trucks and puzzles, and so on. So we want that to be highlighted. If you didn't have header rows, if I take that off, it will change your sort by, it will take the names off and it will treat that as data within the actual table, and you'll have column 1, column 2, and so on. But for this, we have header rows. So instead it puts the name of each of the columns, it uses those headings as how we want to sort it. So firstly, we are going to sort by region. So we're going to change this, click on the drop down arrow, and we're going to choose region. We are dealing with text here, it's not numbers, so we're going to leave it as text. And we would like to sort it in ascending order. So that's A to Z. So we're in alphabetical order, so we will leave it by that. And then within the regional sort, we want to sort by salesperson. So in the then by drop-down list, we're going to choose salesperson. And again, we're going to, it's text that we're dealing with, and we're going to leave it in ascending order because we would like it to be in alphabetical order. And then we click OK. And you will see that what happens is our table has been sorted in the order we set. So we have got our north regions together, so we have all those two together, and within the north we are in alphabetical order. So we have got P for James Pillar is before obviously Pete White, and then we've got our southern region, and they are within alphabetical order within that grouping. So great to have this information. We can sort it and have it looking the way that we want, and change its order. But what we can also do is we can perform calculations. So I would like to get the totals of the sales for each member of staff. So I'm going to insert a new row at the bottom, and I'm going to make this my total row. So key in the word total, and I would like to find out how many dolls have been sold in total. So I could get a calculator and manually calculate this myself, but that would actually take me quite a bit of time. So what I can do instead is I can get the computer to do the calculation for me and to put the answer in, so to speak. So again, if I click on my layout ribbon, and this time, again here at the right-hand side, I've got a formula option. If I click on formula, and its default is equals sum open bracket above close bracket. What that's doing is it's saying equals is the instruction to perform a calculation, sum is the instruction to add, and within the brackets it's saying add everything that is above this cell. So add every number that's there. So we can change our number format. So here within the number format, if I click on the arrow, we've got different options for how we would like this to look. I'm going to choose this first format, which will basically put in a comma within my, separate my thousands with a comma. And then I just click OK. And you can see that the computer automatically does the mathematics for me and adds all of those figures together and gives me this total. Now, we can, for example, fill this along and copy it. So what I need to do is highlight the formula that I have got in there, so highlight the data in that cell. I'm going to copy it, so Control C to copy, and I'm going to click here in the trucks cell. This is where the total would go for how many trucks have been sold, and I'm going to paste it in, so Control V in there. Now you can see that it's copied the figure across, and I'm going to do the same in puzzles, Control V. Now what it's done is it has essentially copied the formula, but it's copied the answer as well. So what we need to do is we need to update the formula so that it redoes the calculation with the figures that are in here. This isn't a spreadsheet, so it doesn't automatically redo the calculation. We have to tell it to do that. So the way we have of telling it to do that is if you click on the cell that has the formula in it that we want to edit, and right click on that number, and we have an option here of update field. If you click on that, the computer will update the formula and redo the calculation with the correct figures. We'll do the same here with puzzles. Click on the data, right click, update field, and it redoes our calculation and gives us the accurate information. Now we would have to remember to redo the calculation anytime we made a change to our table. So for example, if I was to delete George York's row, so if I highlight that row and I right click on that row, I get an option here to say delete cells. If I choose delete cells, I can choose, well, what is it I want to delete? Well, I want to delete the entire row. So if I click OK, and we can see that George's row has disappeared along with all of his data, but we still have the same total. So again, click, right click, update field, and our total changes. So we'll do that for all three pieces of information, and we now have our correct totals. Within my table, what I'd like to do is I'd like to insert an overall title. It's all well and good having this title row here with the titles of each column, but I would like an overall title at the top. So in order to do that, I need to insert a row above here. So let's go to layout and we'll insert above. And here's my row. Now it has my different columns within it, but I don't want those columns to be here because I would like to just be able to type in one title. So I am going to highlight this row, and if I right click within it, I've got an option here to merge cells. So the option is here. If I click that button, what you can see it does is it takes away the column split and instead makes it one giant cell. So it's one row, one column within there. That option was also available in my layout ribbon. It's here, it's not active at the minute because I have no cells highlighted, but if I did, then that would show and I could have clicked on merge cells here as well. So format the text within it. Let's look at the alignment. I can key in what I want my title to be. So I'm going to put caps lock and I'm going to put in toy sales. And there is my title sitting at the top of my table, centered within the alignment and one cell because I have merged the information. So there we've seen how we can sort information within our table, how we can perform calculations within our table, and how we can update those calculations, and also how we can merge cells within our table.